George McCaskey, there's been reports, the annual report that we're always used to, George McCaskey and Virginia McCaskey are not happy with the Bears organization. Play me the motherfucking violin. I'm over this shit. I'm over the Bears and how they've been underperforming for so long and how they suck ass. They've lost 12 games in a row. When we roll last year into this year, they lost 12 games and they've given up over 25 points in the past 12 games. They got one of the worst defenses in the NFL. They have a horrible defensive coordinator with Alan Williams. They have a horrible offensive coordinator with Luke Getsy. In the final minutes of the game in the red zone, they threw a screen pass in at the 2-yard line. Luke Getsy's offensive line, and it has to be coaching. I don't care what anybody says because I'm sick and tired of the narrative being, well, the issue was Trubisky. Then Trubisky goes to the Bills as a backup, and then he has good games. Then you have somebody like Jay Cutler, who was a decent quarterback. He just had a bad offensive line. You have somebody like Justin Fields, one of the best quarterbacks that you've had in this organization in years. And he's not.
You don't build a team around him. You don't build a team around him.
They're trying to build a team around him. They're building effective pieces. They have DJ Moore, but then in game 1, he has 2 catches for 25 yards. Game 1. Because they're playing screen passes, and out of all the passes that they had, about 33 passing plays that they had, only one ball went past 10 yards. One pass went past 10 yards down the field. And that was to Darnell Mooney for the touchdown. The only touchdown that they scored via passing play. That tells me that there's a big problem with the play calling because they kept calling screen passes and hardly running the ball. And then when you finally run the ball during the game, it's in the 3rd quarter or the 4th quarter when you're in garbage time or you're getting to that point where you're about to be in garbage time and you decide to run plays instead of passing plays when you're supposed to be throwing the ball down the field because you're down 18 points and you decide to slow down the clock by running the ball. So it has nothing to do, well, it might, Justin Fields threw a pick. Nobody's completely innocent in this whole situation, but the penalties, that's lack of discipline, the lack of development that Justin Fields is probably going through, and then you have the multiple errors that coaching has made with designing plays where they had a play where 2 wide receivers were going down the exact same route at the exact same time, which is weird. Just horrible. I don't understand why Luke Getsy still has a job right now. I don't understand why Alan Williams, the defensive coordinator, still has a job right now. I do not blame Ryan Poles because I went down this rabbit hole of how did Ryan Poles, the GM of the Chicago Bears, pick Matt Eberflus as the head coach? Well, 2 days after he became GM, Matt Eberflus was announced as the head coach, which leads me to believe that there's a possibility that he didn't even make the decision of who the head coach is going to be. And it doesn't surprise me because the McCaskies have been the issue at the top for the Chicago Bears for years upon years upon years. And I do not care about the annual reports that George McCaskey and Virginia McCaskey are mad. I don't care that Virginia McCaskey, bless her, she's the only football female NFL owner in the league, but for her to come down the steps and be on the main field on the sidelines with a headset on, that doesn't tell me that you care. What would tell me that you cared is if you produced a winning team. What would tell me that you cared is by firing the people that you need to fire, getting rid of yourself. You do not know how to own a team. And it's not even this particular regime. It's the regime before that and the regime before that and the regime before that. So I'm sick and tired of me being gaslit into believing that there's going to be changes every single year and it's the same shit every single time. And the Bears are not known to fire people in the middle of the season, so I don't expect somebody to be fired, but I would like for somebody to be fired because I don't know if you guys could hear it through my voice right now, but after the 12th loss in a row, I'm kind of at my wit's end where I don't want to have to hear about another loss anymore. I am sick and tired of being loyal to a team and buying merchandise and watching my friends buy season tickets and get tailgates every single year, and they can't even celebrate a win because the Chicago Bears organization does not know how to put a winning product around the field and develop their quarterbacks and develop their offensive line. They had $80 million in cap space and the number 1 pick in the league, and then they traded it down to get DJ Moore, and you still can't get a win? Are you serious? That is why I'm mad at the Bears right now, and I think they suck. Because I've been a fan of the NFL for a very long time, and I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I want to celebrate a win with my goddamn team. I'm over it.